You wrote an article for the Orange and Brown Report, posted, I think, today. And it's the most overhyped Browns players. Number 3, you go with Dalvin Tomlinson. Number 2, Elijah Moore. And number 1, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Take us through that and how you arrived at those.
Yeah, so it's more or less looking at the narrative around particular players and sort of comparing that to what I think was the actual outcome. And lots of people, when we signed Dalvin Tomlinson, said, hey, we've fixed the defensive tackle room, everything's fine. And it was more pointing to the fact that he plays about 55% of snaps. So that might be great for those 55. What's going to happen to the 45% of snaps when he's not out there? So it was more or less making the point, you need to add another person. One defensive tackle doesn't fix it. You've got Myles Garrett, an edge. They can play 75% of snaps. You don't get that from a defensive tackle. Elijah Moore, there's lots of talk. Hey, he's going to be a 1,000-yard wide receiver. And it's like, that's not really realistic. Tends to be about 20 to 25,000-yard wide receivers across the entire NFL. So if you're looking at what you can expect from a wide receiver too, provided, because Amari Cooper you'd expect to get the 1,000 yards, probably looking around 600 yards for Elijah Moore. So it can still be really beneficial for the Browns. But the talk that, oh, he's going to be a 1,000-yard wide receiver, I don't see it. Unless there's obviously an injury, something like that. And then JOK, there's the hype around. He's up there with like the best linebackers in the league. Not like right in the top 2 or 3, but he's in that sort of top 8 range. And I just don't see that based on, hey, he had a really nice rookie year, but last year was dire. As soon as Anthony Walker was off the field for the first 2 games, he had like 2 above average games through the whole of the rest of the season post week 2. So that's not good enough. He doesn't tend to play that many snaps. So it's one where even the coaches have spoke, he needs to make progress. And that is going to be a really important year for him, year 3, because he's either got to step up or he's probably looking on elsewhere. And the Browns never tend to invest in linebacker. And that's the same for Schwartz defenses. If we go back to the Eagles, always cheap at the linebacker position because the mentality is spend more at defensive tackles, spend more at edge, go cheaper at linebacker. And that probably means he's got 2 years left in Cleveland and he's gone. So I think the fan and media opinion of JOK is a lot higher than what he actually delivers on the field.